the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through.
Hello everyone and welcome to Call of Duty World War II. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. It is actually Monday. Restart required because there's a new update available. So I am jumping into Call of Duty World War II for the first time today. It is the date of... I just lost my train of thought for a second. Today is April 10th, 2018. And today marks the brand new Divisions update for Call of Duty World War II. Now, I was going to jump in to this and get a little hands-on experience and then bring you guys a video, but I thought it would be more fun to get my genuine reaction to this thing and check it out together and see what it's all about. So, if the menu quits locking up, we are going to jump into Xbox Live and we're going to check this thing out. I am about to see it for the first time ever. Yeah, I know it's not the most exciting thing on earth, but it is pretty exciting in the fact that this is the biggest Call of Duty update basically in history, and definitely the biggest one for World War II. So I am going to hop into Xbox Live and we are going to see what this thing looks like. Whoa, that's a new loading screen. I kind of like that. It's kind of cool, actually. Alright, here we go. We are in. So it's talking about our certain things here. We have our weapon, charm, special drop, map guide for occupation, login multiplayer bonus. Alright. So, excuse me. Let's navigate over to the soldier. Unlimited sprint. All players now have unlimited sprint stamina. This change should improve flow and the pace of combat. Improved divisions. More flexibility exists with divisions, attachments, equipment, and launchers. Be sure to review your loadouts as they may have changed. Which is exactly what we are going to do right now. So my PPSH loadout. Here we go. So if we jump into this thing, one of the first new things you can see right away is that every single division now has a third attachment slot. And if we go into that, because I am in the airborne division, if we go into that, we now have a new attachment, which is the suppressor, which is now unlocked at level 11, it looks like. So I will actually have to level it up again. And actually I'm wondering, because, okay, so it is still like prestiged, but it is still prestiged. However, I just have to get an extra level to unlock that attachment. So there's your first change right there. Excuse me. So everything has a third attachment slot by default now, so that means, well, we'll check out the infantry division right now. But first, the Car 98K, as you can see, a third slot, because every division has a third attachment slot. Now you see there is no like sniper sharpshooter. I can't even speak, excuse me. There is no sniper sharpshooter attachment, and the reason for that is because that is working just all across the board now. You automatically get that for snipers in any division, as well as for the LMGs, you get a bipod on every single LMG now. So let's take a look at something with the infantry division. So you can see I have the Body Snatcher 2 here. So you have your third slot, plus I now have a fourth slot because I'm using the infantry division. And if we go down here, we now have the rifle bayonet that is now going to be unlocked at level 13, and a brand new attachment, the rifle grenade for every assault rifle, or every rifle, whatever you want to call it. Excuse me. So that's definitely interesting. It's definitely going to be a lot to get used to. I'm going to have to change my classes and stuff. But it's certainly going to be a lot to get used to. So let's go ahead and jump into the basic trainings here and see what is changed. Oh yeah, by the way, before I forget, every class you choose, every class you make now can have a lethal and a tactical. So you can now select a lethal and a tactical for every single one of your classes, which is really awesome. I really didn't like that you could only have one or the other. It was super annoying. And 99% of the time, I would always use a lethal because a tactical just really didn't matter to me. So, alright, so now let's head to the basic training. So now, a few things have changed here. So if we go up to the top, espionage, we have bullet damage paints enemies on the minimap for your team, reveals enemy score streaks on a minimap. I think that most of these are the same. Launched, here is where launched is different. Launched, additional launcher ammunition and resupply launchers from enemies killed without explosives. So what that basically means is you are now, instead of being able to take a launcher as a secondary, you are now getting additional launcher ammunition, and you can also resupply launcher ammunition from killed enemies without explosives, because they have changed launchers to a secondary, which is incredible. I don't know why they didn't do that in the first place. It was incredibly annoying to have to take up a slot for your basic training just to use the launchers, especially if you're trying to go for the chrome camo. It is incredibly annoying, but they did switch it, so that's good for them. Let's see. So requisition score streaks do not reset them. It costs more and can only be earned. Okay, that's the same. Saboteur is the same. So here are coming up are two brand new divisions. First up, we have clandestine, and it is slinging enemies drop intel packs that reveal nearby hostiles, and the bonus is intel ping at the start of each life. So that means excuse me. So that means when you die and you respawn, you will get a quick ping on your minimap that will show you where enemies are. So that's really, really good. And the next one, I think I might be actually using quite a bit. And the next one is Blitzkrieg. Streaks are earned by kills instead of score. Bonus. Streaks are improved, and select a fourth streak. So we're actually going to go over to the streaks now and see how many kills each streak actually is. Excuse me. Hopefully it says something. So let's head over to the score streaks and see how much streaks are actually going to cost. Let's see. So maybe I have to select the Blitzkrieg. There we go. Now maybe it'll tell. Alright, so here we go. So it tells it right there now. So the Molotov cocktail, 3 kills. And then we have 4 kills, 4 kills, 5 kills for a care package, 5 kills for a fighter pilot, 6 kills for a glide bomb, 7 kills for a flamethrower, 7 kills for a mortar strike, 8 kills for an artillery barrage, 9 kills for flak guns, 10 kills for emergency airdrop, 10 kills for firebombing, 12 kills for paratroopers, 13 kills for carpet bombing, and 15 kills for a ball turret gunner. Now, I do think they need to make a few adjustments. For example, I don't think Molotov cocktail should be a 3 kill streak. I honestly think that should be dropped down to 2. As with the recon and counter recon, those should be 3. I think care package should be 4. Fighter pilot, I think, is okay at 5. I think that's alright. The glide bomb for 6 kills, I mean, it's okay. Uh, Normally in other games, like if you remember back in Modern Warfare 2, the Predator missile was 5 kills, but 6 kills isn't too far off. I think it's okay. Um, Flamethrower, I mean, I don't know how good it is. I personally have never used the thing, so I don't know. 7 kills might be justified. And then Mortar Strike, 7 kills. I think 7 kills is alright for the Mortar Strike. And 8 kills for an Artillery Barrage. I think it might be a little too much. Because I don't see this thing working that well anyway. I don't see a lot of people using it. So, that's questionable. And then I can't even say flank guns. Flak guns, I think 9 kills for flak guns is a little bit excessive. Because all this does is destroy enemy aerial score streaks and blocks enemy from using new ones. So if we look up here, a fighter that destroys an enemy recon aircraft, counter recon aircraft, or blocks enemy recon aircraft. So this is like your standard counter UAV. Now sure, this destroys all aerials, but you don't really have anything around that often. So 9 kills, I don't know if that's really necessary to have it 9 kills, but it is what it is. Emergency airdrop, 10 kills I think is justified, because I do believe the emergency airdrop in Modern Warfare 2 was actually like 11 kills or something. I could be wrong, but I think that's okay for that. Firebombing run, I can't really comment on that because I have never used it. Paratroopers, 12 kills. It depends on how well they do. In my experience, getting them out of a care package or whatever, I haven't had a ton of luck with them. However, I think, depending on how well they do, I think 12 kills is justified. 13 kills for a carpet bombing, I don't know. I have never used it. And the ball turret gunner, 15 kills. I think that's probably justified, although it should last for 15 kills. It should last a little bit longer, but, you know, it is what it is. They might adjust this stuff. I have no idea. And then if we look very, very quickly, you can see because of the Blitzkrieg basic training, there are also extra perks or whatever you get on each one of these. So we have additional Molotov cocktail. We have lasts 5 seconds longer. Blocks enemy recon aircraft for 10 seconds longer. You can re-roll your own care packages. Strafing pass starts at a higher altitude and is extended, so that's really good. I use the fighter pilot a lot. Increased turn radius and a larger blast radius. We have additional fuel and increased move speed. Select a 4th targeting location and shell arrives sooner. We have fires extra shells, last 15 seconds longer, re-roll your own care packages, lingering flames last longer, 5th paratrooper and expanded set of capabilities, 4th bombing pass and reduced time between passes, and slower fly through and improved turret with reduced recoil. So there you have it. There you go for the streaks and Blitzkrieg. I'll probably be experimenting with it a little bit to see what happens. And then we'll just take a look and I'll see if there are any other ones here that have changed. Alright, so I think Instincts is actually different. Warning when targeted off screen and detect explosives. And bonus immune to shell shock and tactical equipment. I'm pretty sure Instincts only did the top thing before, but I don't think it ever had a bonus. But now the bonus is immune to shell shock and tactical equipment. I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure that is new. Alright, so here is a new change. This is Ordinance. Now, Ordinance used to give you cheaper... You know what? I can't even remember what Ordinance is. Used to be. Whatever. Leave a comment down below. I'm having a rough day. Excuse me. But now Ordinance is cheaper score streaks, and killed enemies now drop streak packs that fill your meter. So this means that if you are using this, your score streaks are cheaper, as well as if you kill an enemy, you can run over their body and pick up a pack that'll fill your score streak meter, which is a risk-reward type of thing. So it's not a bad change, actually. Alright, so here's another one that changed a little bit. Forage. Resupply bullets from killed enemies and over time, and the bonus is extra magazines. It used to be just resupply from dead enemies or killed enemies or whatever. But now you can resupply from killed enemies, and your overall resupplies over time, and you get extra magazines, so that's really good. Alright, so Concussed, I believe, has been changed. And you can now take 2 pieces of lethal and tactical equipment. I believe Concussed used to be that you could just take 2 pieces of tactical equipment. I can't remember 100%, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. But now, since you can have a piece of tactical and lethal on every class, they have changed it to being able to take 2 pieces of lethal and tactical equipment. Which I honestly think this is a little bit of a waste of a slot. I don't think it's really necessary. Maybe in some cases, but it's definitely not something I would use. Alright, so we are almost done here, but before we finish, I have just one thing that I forgot, and we are going to look at the new divisions. So, excuse me, divisions are all about playstyle. Each division has a new passive ability that fits his playstyle at level 1. Previous division level 1 skills like the SMG suppressor are no longer tied to a particular division and can be equipped via attachment slots. So, let's start with infantry. The new infantry, additional primary attachment, second pistol attachment, and swap weapons faster, while aiming down sights have less idle sway, and move faster while aiming. For airborne, so in the sense they replaced the rifle bayonet into the attachments and added a couple new things, which is second pistol attachment and swap weapons faster. Alright, next up is the airborne. So fire guns while sprinting and diving, reload while sprinting, climb over obstacles faster and no damage from falling, and sprint faster over time. So again, they took that suppressor and they put it in the attachment slots and added some new perks. Armored division. Take significantly less explosive and fire damage, immune to shell shock and tactical equipment, increase bullet penetration through surfaces, and greatly reduced flinch when shot. So, this is where the primed basic training comes in, because primed was completely taken out of the game. What primed used to do is it used to give you an additional attachment slot as well as reduce your flinch when getting shot. Well, now they have completely done away with prime, because now every class has an additional attachment slot, and they moved that flinch when shot to the Armored Division. Next up, the Mountain Division, invisible to enemy recon aircraft and controlled streaks, killed enemy death locations hidden, no name or reticle change when enemies aim at you, and silent movement. Next up, Expeditionary, double lethal and tactical and enhanced equipment use, munitions replenished from killed enemies and over time, improved tacticals and easier to destroy war buildables, and equipment damage paints enemies on minimap. And then finally, for the Resistance Division, minimap indicator and scrambler of close hostiles, enemy movements are easier to hear, kills and assists grant intel ping of nearby enemies, and easier to spot targets and increase minimap coverage. So, there's the changes. I'm pretty sure I have covered all of the changes. I'm sure I probably missed something. This is a 21-minute video as it sits right now. I don't know how long it'll be when I edit it, but I'm pretty sure that's it. So, it is a huge fundamental change to this game. It's definitely going to be interesting to have, like, I use the PPSH pretty much all the time, so to have the suppressor as an attachment, it's definitely going to be hard to get used to. I mean, it's nice that you can now use it in every single division now, but it is going to be really hard to get used to the fact that I can't just put it on or take it off anytime that I want. Now, as you can see over there on the weapon stats, it actually does bring down the damage of the gun from 6 to 3, so essentially it halves the damage. Excuse me. Which is a little bit annoying, but I'll have to experiment with it, see how things work from here on out, and give a more in-depth video. But this was basically just my first look, my first impressions going through it. And I definitely think that it is going to change the game for the better. However, I'm not sure how many people are actually going to like it, because so many people have gotten used to this current system that's going to be extremely hard for people to adjust. So we'll have to see how it goes. I'm going to have to go through all my classes and change all my classes accordingly. But we'll see what happens. I'll play for a couple of days, get a feel for it, and then I will bring you guys a video on my full rundown, my full review or impressions on this new system, because it's definitely interesting, that's for sure. It's a huge change, and I think it's for the better, but it's just going to be a little bit difficult to get used to. So, with all that being said, that is it for me. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. This is my first impressions on the new update. It's really, really interesting. There's a lot of new stuff. Excuse me. A lot of stuff to get used to. But I think it is for the better. So, that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.
In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true.